Hey guys, welcome back to the daily crypto market update. I am back in my office. It feels nice to have everything set up to be in a quiet place, not on the train. I got a lot of comments from people like, you shouldn't be talking on the train. Don't worry, I've been living here for 16 years. I know I shouldn't. That's why I was trying to do it quick and be done, because it was just one of those annoying things that foreigners do all the time. No, I usually don't do that. But anyway, I want to start first here on the Better Traders Club Discord server. We automatically forward the Fear and Greed Index readings per day. It just gets automatically sent. This was sent on Saturday's reading, which was at 39. Do you guys have any idea how insane that is? Now, if we look at the chart for Bitcoin, of course, things look pretty fearful, but that's actually an incredible dip buy signal, in my opinion. On Saturday the 30th, seeing Bitcoin put in a low at 107,350. The day before that, 107,436. So this is actually, 463. So this is actually a lower low. And it's interesting because it's not a good vibe. But again, seeing the Fear and Greed Index this low is, in my opinion, actually a very bullish signal, because in bull markets, this is typically a good buy the dip moment. Now, we've seen many teases of BTC trying to push up above overhead resistance. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, this is going to be a lot easier to see. The main thing that's clear is that we have our high set back on the 14th of August, our all-time high at 124K. And since then, we've seen Bitcoin droop and drag down 13%. I honestly did not see that happening. But you know what's really helpful is seeing that we have this TBT Bearish Divergence printing right away, and a close long. Like, as soon as it went 124K, it dropped, 12 hours later, 5%. That should have been a major cue. I was expecting it to push up higher, especially seeing TBO close shorts here. It didn't happen. Saw another one last week on Thursday, hasn't happened yet. But the thing that I'm actually really positive about right now, and I'm actually staying bullish about, is that even though we made a low here on Saturday, again, not a very friendly level, it doesn't really feel that great to see it down here to 107,350. But so far, we're not seeing a lower low, which is a good sign. We also, just to refresh your memory, last week we also saw BTC wick above overhead resistance right here, which is actually a positive sign that the price of BTC is being suppressed, meaning that it should go up higher. Now, we have no CME gaps for Bitcoin, Solana, or Ethereum, which is also a really good sign. Another thing to pay attention to as well, and this is just looking quickly at price action and RSI. So we saw a low set over here at 22.55 on Saturday. Now, the real low was back over here on the 18th. Notice 16.55, and we saw some other lows, 21.82. Here we go, 23.55, 22.55. But the good thing that we're seeing right now is we're seeing, even though this doesn't feel really good, we're not seeing lower lows on 4-hour RSI. So I'm actually looking at this as a positive sign, especially seeing the price trying to push up higher. So this is actually a good sign, in my opinion. We'll see if the market's actually going to interpret it as a good thing. But not having any CME gaps is a great way to start the week. Now, the other thing to consider is that today is officially the 1st of September. Now, earth, wind, and fire songs aside, one thing that's really helpful is this chart. Looking at the weekly is great. Now, I'm just going to let you know, this isn't a good thing. When we go to the monthly chart, I already know this because I've seen this print already in progress and I've been waiting for confirmation. So on the monthly time frame, I'm just going to go ahead and hide this trend line, hide the TBO. We have successfully printed a TBT Bearish Divergence signal on the monthly, just like we saw back over here in November 2021. Now, we need way more data, so we're going to go to the all-time history index. This is going to give us way more information. When I set out to find some good settings for TBT Divergence, which uses, I guess I could say, refined settings per time frame, I spent a lot of time trying to find really good settings to identify tops and bottoms. It won't always identify the Pico top, but it's a pretty amazing indicator for identifying when we had decent reversals, like back over here, July 2011, and again right here, December 13th, basically called the top. After this, topped out in November. Here we go, January 2018. And now we have one, actually I have two that were premature. One is right here in September 2020, which is really interesting. If you think about the fact that we just closed August with one of these after a decent recovery, and the charts look nothing alike at all. And then we saw massive pumps October, November, December. We all know 2020. Yeah. See another massive pullback here, 1 month down 35%, TBT Bearish Divergence. And then we have a cluster. And a cluster, just for those that are new to this, TBT Divergence is an advanced indicator, or rather a pro tier indicator available through the Better Traders Club. The cluster gap highlights these and it turns it into from a red triangle to this yellow tab to draw our attention to it to be an even bigger signal. Notice how well it just plotted this drawback and this one as well. So you can understand my hesitation when I see one of these printed on the monthly candle. And we are very far from 173K. Honestly, like that's my personal target, although it has since been revised, but that would be a 60% increase from the current price. This is not a great feeling. Now, the one thing I will say is that seeing this print in August and seeing this one print in September, there is a similarity. So I'll have to give it credit for that. August did not turn into awesome August at all. It's definitely been a red month, unfortunately, which means that September might also be a red month. I know that there are rate cuts, but this alone is not an encouraging sign. If we go to the weekly time frame, we don't see any of these. In fact, we actually see a bullish reversal right here, which is great. We don't see anything in terms of topping out signals on the weekly with TBT Divergence. Now, in terms of the TBO indicator, this is something that's really helpful to do as well. We're using the standard setting. Now, if I were to go to the fast setting, we already had our two TBO closed longs way back over here in February, over here as well in July. We don't have any of those right now. I don't want to see them, to be honest. Let's refresh this. There we go. The price is actually, it has fallen down here to the fast line. Last week it touched it again this week. That's just started. While it is still strong bullish, I am getting a little bit cautious and careful about this, especially on the monthly time frame, seeing that August closed down below 70. I'm not trying to be bearish, but I'm also not trying to be unrealistic. And I still think that we have several months left. I personally still think that we're going to top out in November, but in the short term, it's not really a great way to start off the month. Seeing that confirmed on the monthly time frame, it's not a good sign. Now, moving over to Ethereum. Yes, we already know that we had this TBT Bearish Divergence cluster. So same thing, but now we're just on the daily time frame. But the price of Ethereum has actually performed really oddly. Yes, well, but oddly. Yes, it's still kind of sort of doing okay. It closed inside of the cloud here on Friday. Saturday stayed inside the cloud. Sunday kind of just flip-flopped like a dead fish on the beach over and over. And now it's back above the cloud, but only barely so. The slow line is showing bullish momentum. So we should be seeing a move up to TBO resistance. I do think that Ethereum will continue to do well. It will outperform Bitcoin. But we've had admittedly low volume on the weekend, which is not unusual, but it's not really that great either. On the 4-hour, no other really bearish signals to be worried about. If anything, now that we have a TBO open short, this means that we should be seeing a TBO close short, which are my favorite bullish reversal signals, like these guys back here, the orange diamonds. So that's what I'll be looking out for next on the 4-hour chart. On the weekly time frame, you might be curious, since we just shared Bitcoin. Well, weekly actually looks incredible, not just for volume, which has been insane week over week over week over the last, I have to actually count this, the last 8 weeks, which is insane. It's incredible volume, on balance volume, absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. What about the monthly though? Well, the monthly looks pretty great, honestly, for Ethereum. I still think that Ethereum will do well. It will push up higher. If anything, Ethereum can lead the rest of the market in the same way that Solana has helped to lead alts. I still think that that will happen. But we're not seeing any bearish reversal signals yet for ETH, which tells me that we still have some months left. If anything, we might see Bitcoin top out in November, and then alts top out in December. And then we go to either living off of our profits, staking them, earning a yield on them, or using bots, which basically is what I'm going to be doing for the next year. Sit on that for a second. Admittedly, a lot of you have not been giving much thought about what you're going to do with all your profits. And I understand that that's something that you really don't want to think about because it's like, wait, we're almost done? Yes, this market is almost done, especially seeing TBT Bearish Divergence on the monthly time frame for Bitcoin. So I want to draw your attention to thebettertraders.com. Our courses are all on sale right now, whether it's 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom, which is the perfect course for anyone that's new or an intermediate crypto trader that wants to understand automated trading strategies and tools. Mastering Passive Income, our advanced bot trading course, the Smarter Trader, our advanced active trading course. Even if you're just like, okay, I just want to learn about investing in crypto from an investor or like traditional investors perspective, this course at Mastering Assets, which is a partner of ours with Kitco Media, is also on sale for 30% off. The 50 Minutes course comes with coaching as well as these other courses provided by the Better Traders. This one doesn't. This course also comes with free bot trading signals with all trading. It comes with a 1-month trial to the TBO via the Better Traders Club. There's a lot of stuff that's just available to you in this course. It's insane. And if you just want to check out the club to see what it's like, again, we welcome the crypto cheapos. We have a starter tier for $1 a month just to dip your toes in the water and see what it's like. Now, I want to go back over here to TradingView to talk about a couple of things before we get into today's picks. But before I do, I need you to like the video. Thank you for subscribing. For those that have, thank you for helping me get above 50,000. We are on track. We are halfway there to 100,000 subs. Now, that's not the end. That's just the beginning. And again, I'm super duper grateful and thankful. And the only way that I grow this channel is by all of you fantastic and lovely people sharing these videos with friends, families, on your socials, all that good stuff. So that way we can all become better traders together. So I want to go quickly and touch on these things first before I get into today's picks. But before I do, if you have a ticker, a coin, a chart that you're really curious about, you want to know more about, you want to have me look at in these videos, drop a comment down below. Again, I can't make any promises that I'll look at every single chart that's printed down there or printed that you guys type, but I will do my best. Okay, so let's get into it. Stable coin dominance continues to look quite terrible. And I really don't like this transition at all, mainly because I want to see stablecoin dominance dump, which would be a sign that we're going to see the crypto market pump. But when we see stablecoin dominance moving up, and we even have a confirmed TBO open long on Saturday, this is a sign that, again, we're probably not going to be heading into a pump in September. Happy to be wrong, but seeing stablecoin dominance above long-term overhead resistance like this, I'm more of the opinion that I'd rather be bracing for pain and painful pullbacks. I still think that Bitcoin is a really good hold right now, even though it might fall down to $100,000. But I still think that it's going to do so much better than most of the coins out there. Not that there aren't trading opportunities at all. It's just I'm looking at this going, I don't like this. I don't like how this week is starting. I don't like how this month is starting with this chart right now. Looking at Bitcoin dominance, we do not have any bullish reversal signals yet on the daily, which is great. We don't want to see any of these TBT bullish divergence. We do not want to see any of these orange diamonds, which are the TBO close shorts, which we have not seen printed since December 2022. Now, this is a really good sign that we should see Ethereum continue to do well. The main thing to watch is the fact that Bitcoin dominance is flat at 58%. That's not a bad sign, but it's not good either. If we go to the weekly time frame, yes, we still have Bitcoin dominance the weekly RSI for Bitcoin dominance below 25, which means that we should continue to see Bitcoin dominance fall lower. Yes, we are seeing a very strong cloud in terms of the quote unquote price being inside of it. The slow line is continuing to move up, but seeing two closed longs, which are the opposite of the closed shorts here on the weekly, are bearish reversal signs, which is good. We want to see Bitcoin dominance fall lower. If we see some sort of dump across the market, we might see an increase in Bitcoin dominance because Bitcoin will not suffer as much as everything else will. Ethereum dominance continues to look extremely strong. Even yesterday, closing up, under 1%, but that's really good. On the 4-hour time frame, we actually opened up a TBO an open long. So the next thing I'm waiting to see are these breakouts. Hopefully we get a better response than the last one. Solana dominance, TBO breakouts on the daily time frame. On the 4-hour, also breakouts, but they're pretty much scattered. But this is a great chart, and I like the fact that Solana dominance is growing because this means that alts should be doing much better. The total market cap excluding stablecoins dominance remains strong bearish. So if you've been wondering why isn't the market bouncing right now, this is why. We're seeing a big transition, unfortunately, to stables away from coins. And it's not really a good sign. On the 4-hour time frame, we actually have some bearish news. We have TBO breakdowns, which are the bearish inverse of the TBO breakout, where the trending breakout indicator gets its name from. So these tell us that there should be more downside explosive price action, which isn't really good, but it's not all that bad. Total E100.D, the total market cap excluding the top 100 dominance. This one has 2 TBO breakouts printed on Saturday, which is amazing, considering that this is representing a lot of low cap meme coins, which is great. And we can also see that same bullish energy building for total E100, which is the market cap chart. We have 3 TBO closed shorts printed Thursday and also Saturday. So this is really positive news. So when we look at today's picks, yes, it's not feeling that great, but there still are coins that are doing exceptionally well. Pole, previously Matic, printed a TBO breakout. Its first one since printing an open long back over here on July 13th. This is actually a great sign. It's above overhead resistance. And it did not, it closed above historical TBO resistance here at about 27 cents. On the 4-hour time frame, no TBO breakouts yet. It's just a really big pump. I'm really excited for the coin though, because this is a good sign. We want to see more low caps doing this. Well, it's not really low cap that much. IP, Story Protocol. This one had a surprise pump on Saturday. If I'm not mistaken, this is one that we've also seen a lot of weird stuff happening on the 4-hour time frame, a lot of fun stuff. And back over here a week ago, Saturday, TBT Bullish Divergence. We finally saw that do an exceptional job. Usually it doesn't predict a wick of 70%, but I'll take what I can get. KuCoin shares, or the KuCoin token, is breaking out higher. A confirmed TBO breakout yesterday of 3%. Today it's up under 1%, but this is still really good. On the 4-hour, has a TBO breakout cluster. So maybe exchange coins are trying to copy what OKB has done, maybe. Now, in terms of bullish reversal energy, Dogecoin has printed 3 TBO closed shorts. Again, my favorite bullish reversal signal. I love these things. They're really, really great for, especially when there's a lot of them happening in a really short amount of time. I call that a cluster. Even though Doge is struggling with overhead resistance, which it's been stuck under for the longest time, even though it's printed too many TBO closed longs on the daily, there's a chance that it could have a nice bullish push to the upside. ENA, again, not looking great on the daily time frame with TBT Bearish Divergence and a cluster and a close long, but it is above this overhead resistance level. Now, if we draw this out, no, it still has a ways to go. But on the 4-hour time frame, we also have TBO closed shorts, which is great here on Sunday, here on Saturday morning, and then again on Thursday. So I am expecting ENA to have a nice little pop, but is it going to have enough energy to move above resistance? Probably not. Flare, similar story, TBO close short and a TBT bullish divergence signal. This is actually a really good bullish reversal signal in my opinion. OP or optimism, 3 TBO close shorts right above support. It's actually a really good sign. I like that. Now we need to move on to some bullish news. Now, all of these green flags right here denote something bullish in regards to the TBO indicator or TBT divergence. BNB in general just looks bullish. Despite the pullbacks over the weekend, it has remained above the cloud. The slow line continues to point upward, even though it has TBT bearish divergence clusters, 2 of them. It's actually holding up pretty well right now. Solana, this one has fallen a lot since making a new local high at 218. It's fallen about 8% or so, but it's still above the cloud. It's still looking halfway decent. Chainlink, this one is struggling a bit more, especially with long-term overhead resistance and short-term. It's back inside the cloud. It's not really a good sign, But the slow line continues to point up. I like this, and I want to see this print a TBO close short or a TBT bullish divergence signal sometime soon and continue pumping higher. Litecoin on the 4-hour time frame, TBT bullish divergence. We only have one of these. It's not enough. We want to see like 2 or 3 of these in a close range, making a cluster. Uniswap, similar story. One of these TBT bullish divergence signals. Pi, this one printed a TBT bullish divergence signal and a close short, which negates the TBO breakdowns, had a nice little move up of 12% and it's come back down. But on the daily time frame, we have another TBT bullish divergence signal right here on Saturday. That's a great sign, but we've seen lots of these with pumps and it retraces back down again. Eventually, one of these is going to be the bottom signal, but it's not yet. Trump, this one's also printing a TBT bullish divergence signal on the daily. Lido Finance, this one, 2 TBT bullish divergence signals close together. We had something similar to this, and then it popped up like 20%. Seeing a TBO breakdown in the 4 hours, not a good sign. We still have 2 hours and 42 minutes till this candle closes. It's not great to see that. Hopefully it gets reversed, but it is a bullish reversal sign. The price, unfortunately, has lost support. Well, basically, it's dancing right on it. I really want to see it bounce from here, but it's risky. Zora, remember this one that everyone was talking about, everyone was loving on? TBT Bearish Divergence, TBT Bearish Divergence, cluster, calls the top, drops 36%, same old story. Now, the good news is that we're seeing 2 TBT bullish divergences on the 4-hour. Why the 4-hour? I like the 4-hour for early reversal signals, be it TBT bullish divergence or closed shorts. Now, the next thing we really want to see to get hyped up about this coin, or this chart rather, are a TBO closed shorts, the orange diamonds right here, which we're not seeing yet, but I do believe they will be coming soon as long as this can hold support. Now, unfortunately, there's not a lot of bullish news to be shared. SUI lost support. We know that it dropped below it on Friday, and it's now drooping a little bit lower. Not a good sign. On the 4-hour time frame, it printed a TBO breakdown cluster on Saturday. Really not good. I would love for it to do a bounce like this, but it's just looking super duper weak and super duper bearish. Not really a good sign. Arrow, this one is in process of printing a second TBO closed long. Not a good sign. On the 4-hour time frame, though, it does have a TBT bullish divergence signal. I'd love to see a bounce, but I mean, we could say that about everything right now. And S, I am still watching and waiting for this one to pop. We have 5 TBO closed shorts. These orange diamonds. I am expecting a nice bullish reversal for S, but if we're going to see Bitcoin struggle and droop lower, and we're not going to see any bullish momentum forming for Ethereum or Solana, then this is just going to keep dumping. We're just going to see more of these. But I am still watching and waiting and expecting S to do really well. Now, again, I want you to head over to thebettertraders.com. This is your chance to save 30% on all of our courses. And again, I think the best one to start with is 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. Yesterday, I posted a video showing how I had escaped a terrible trade when I was down over like 50% and closed it in the green. Is actually the stuff I talk about in the 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom course. Now, if you missed that video, watch it right here. And until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.